I am currently on spring break, and we will get into spring break later. But yes, I've been working, but not too hard, and I've been in school, but not. I have been in school for a little bit too long. But anyways, we are currently on spring break. I don't have to worry about any classes this week. I'm like already halfway through it because I've been relaxing a little bit, but I have been trying to get myself into making videos. And I know I took like a Corey Kenshin level break, and that's my fault. That is my fault. Being lazy. Now I have been working on myself here and there, but for 24 hours in a day, and you up for 16 of them, you got to put in some other work that pass your obligations at your job. And this is another thing that I should have been doing, and I've been really killing my own time. But like I said, we are here and talking about spring break in time. I got some things that I need to address. What is spring break? Spring break, obviously, I don't know if you're not from the States, if they don't have spring break out there. Spring break is a week-long vacation often given, or might as well be given, to students at all school and academic levels, from kindergarten all the way to college. That is who gets the benefit of spring break. With that being said, I have no idea why on God's green earth we got old heads enjoying spring break. Now, anybody can enjoy whatever they want, but my biggest issue is that all old heads, when I'm talking about old heads, I mean people in their late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, coming out here, going on spring break, flying to Miami, flying to Texas, going to major parties on spring break as if you get the benefit. You still gotta work a full-time job. School is over and done with. So what makes you think it's okay for you to be hanging around 18 to 22-year-old kids, not even kids, 18 to 22-year-old young adults at clubs and parties and bars and beaches and thinking that you down with the crowd? All that school stuff is gone years ago. And the issue that I also have with all these old heads, which is more than just a spring break thing, is the fact that they bring nothing to any party outside of their own houses. When they show up to these parties, all they bring is themselves, old, outdated fits, bad fits they shouldn't even be wearing because you're way too old to be wearing a designer bomber jacket and you're about 40, alcohol, and just goonerisms, just straight goonerisms, man. Like, imagine you being 30 years old trying to talk to a girl who just turned 20, man. Like, bro, go sit yourself down and go home. Don't you got some kids to be taken care of? It's just kind of pitiful to see because it almost feels like you haven't really grown up yet. I'm out here looking at some of the videos that are coming from these spring break compilations and clips and live streams, and there was even one where a girl had asked the dude how old he was when she was on live at a house party, and the dude was like, I'm 29. Bro, don't you got a 401k to fill out or something? Like, bro, go home. And then you got some of the worst offenders. There's an entire video of this guy in a party. He's having the time of his life. He's dancing, he's getting with the beat, man. He is showing out. He paid all this money to come to Texas. Of course he's gonna get his money's worth. And everybody else standing around there, old heads of course, not doing nothing but just pointing and laughing at him as if he's the one who's the odd man out. They don't offer anything when they go to these parties, and I've always had an issue with it. I don't like being in places where there's a large concentration of old heads. Most of the time they just chilling up against the wall and they don't offer much. And these were all the lame kids who were trying to be cool, and that has bled into this generation with all the lame kids trying to be cool and nonchalant and not know how to enjoy themselves and not know how to party. And then you're telling me that you could be at home with your kids, but instead you left them with their grandparents and now you're all the way out in a whole nother state trying to enjoy yourself? Get the fuck out of here, man. What I would recommend that many of these adults should be doing is actually doing something for the community. Like, I don't know, open up a rec center, have a block party. That's more than fine to stand around and not do anything. Have a safe block party, go golfing, do something at your age. At this point, you have aged out of going out to these party trips, sleeping out the back of campers or whatever. It's over and done with, man. You can't indulge in being in the space of a young adult anymore because you are now a full-fledged adult. Pretty much in my eyes. And it also kind of makes me question, did these guys even enjoy school when they were in school? Did they even go to college afterwards, or did they even do anything on spring break? Because it kind of feels like they did it. because there would be no need to relive a whole nother event about 10 years past when you were able to do it at the peak of, quote unquote, peak of being a teen slash young adult. And speaking of them being an adult now, when it comes to their style choices for these parties, it's just never looking good. I'm sorry if I gotta be a gatekeeper, but let's be for real. There should be no reason you look as old and quote unquote mature as you are as about a 30-year-old person, and you got this heavily designed bomber jacket, you got these skinny ass jeans. I don't know why you still wearing skinny jeans. It is 2026 and y'all wearing skinny jeans? Still? Bedazzled belts, 40 chains around their neck, and just standing there menacingly with a cup in your hand. Like, brother, give it up, give it up. Still wearing Concord, still being just, oh my goodness, just being horrendous on the scene. And if it's not that, then they're all wearing all black, which is not necessarily a problem. But did you really go out tonight and thinking that, yeah, this fit is hard? No. Times have changed, and you need to go and change some diapers.
One more thing!
And if it's not the poor fits, it's the goonerisms. This is just more than just them being on spring break. This extends past the 30-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, shoot, 60 to 100-year-old people. The goonerism changes, but it gets worse. And I think the peak of goonerism is between the ages of like mid-30s all the way to the mid-50s. And let me explain why. When you're young and you're a preteen, you're going through puberty. You want to grow and you know what I'm getting at here. You want to go and I get it. We're new to this stuff, and it has gotten worse over time. I can't lie, it has gotten worse over time. But once you start hitting those 20s, that's when like you really get very experimental with yourselves. You really start to do things that you've seen in the videos, but you really shouldn't be doing. Trying to hit it from the top turnbuckle, the tombstone pile drive, the flying spin kick.
I beg your pardon?
And then once you kind of calm down from that, then you make it into your 30s. You kind of simplify. Me just projecting here. I'm over here trying to like foresee my future. But you kind of just slow down and just, you know, keep it tame. Keep it a little more tame. Not necessarily simple, but keep it a little more tame. So now you start to expand into more things. Well, you know, we've already tried it. We've been everywhere but loose. So we went from the car to the workspace to someone's mama bed, someone's daddy bed, someone's closet, and now where are we at? In the club with it. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing I don't know where to get this video. Well, even if I could get this video, I could not show it on here. But there was a video I was shown of these old heads. Like I said, 30-year-olds, obviously 30-year-olds. They were in some bar. Man out here was eating hot, crispy cat off the menu in the middle of the bar. Had shorty hanging up like brother reaching for a cow nipple, bro, and just eating. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on with y'all? But it's not just what you see in the video for what's happening in real life. It also shows up in like the media and literature and what they actually indulge in. The amount of actually explicit books that is like taking precedence, like aside from like the 50 Shades of Grey, aside from the 50 Shades of Grey that exists, there's also like, what is this show I'm hearing about? What is the Tyler Perry show called? Beauty in Black or whatever, and like someone was commenting about how it is just, this is, shoot, even like Euphoria, which yes, it does contain majority high schoolers, but look who's the ones running the show for real. It's like, dang man, it almost feels as if this is like the only thing you have to look forward to when you make it to your like 30s or whatever. Is there just no more fun? Maybe, is there just like no more fun? Maybe that's why they like going out on spring break. Like the fun kind of ended. Yeah, now we got kids, and like the first thing we can do is just get away from them for a week. Just find any excuse to be gone for a number of days. And spring break, winter break, summer vacation, like back to school. At that point, they might as well just go back to school. But back to the goonerism. They need help. And like, even when you get up to like the ages of 40, like life is different. Like I've noticed when I was, you know, talking to some coworkers, they would bring up our older coworkers and how like they move really fast when it comes to dating. And so I'm not in my 40s, but maybe my 40-year-old people could let me know how dating is when you get to that age. But people are already committed to owning animals as if they had new kids with each other after a month of just talking and being together. And they're already talking about moving in. They're already talking about where they're gonna go on vacation. Like, damn, like it's like life seems that it moves a lot faster the older you get because you've already lived some experiences, and there's no real need to try to play the guessing game, the texting game, who can text the longest first, whatever. Is now just a matter of getting in and getting out, which also leads to the idea that the literature and like the media that's already being made when it comes to these situations when they want to make an adult show is always just extreme cursing or just extreme explicit just it's like they just, this is what it's just dumbed down to. Is this what I have to look forward to on top of, you know, terrible economy, more wars, higher rent, less pay? Is this what we have to look forward to? Like, it's already bad enough I just named those things, and then the next thing all I have to look forward to is just getting some freaking MILF cheeks over and over and over and over and over again, man. Like, can we just like go back to playing just video games? Like, at that point, playing video games don't even seem childish no more. That's probably the most mature thing you guys can do at that point, because I'm not trying to relive. Well, maybe, I mean, you probably could see it like that. You probably could see it like that, just trying to relive. At least I'm doing it the right way, reliving a positive experience that is not sexual and hopefully with some of these games do be good, but I digress. But it's entertaining, enjoyable, inspiring, and satisfying to the mind. But all in all, if I had to leave a message to my older viewers, to older people in general, and for my youngins out there, I recently just turned 25. You already know, happy birthday to me. Thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes. Hey, you had your fun. I think it's time for you guys to start redeveloping a new way of living once you get to that age 30 and onwards. Instead of going on spring breaks, we need more block parties. Instead of doing all this clubbing, we need more grilling in the backyard. Shoot, if anything, just throw a backyard party. You gotta adapt with life. You can't cling on to old things for so long, because at 30 years old, what good does it look for you to be out in the streets of Miami with a bunch of college kids trying to holler at them? That's just kind of weird. Like, even me at 25. So grow up. That's all I gotta say. But anyways, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. I do apologize for my absence. I do. Not to me. Really to me. Because nobody was begging me for this. No, some people have. When I brought it up, people have. People know I do a lot. I really do need to stop selling myself short, because I do get caught up in the idea of trying to make a great video, and that sometimes you just gotta ramble on and see what you can do with that, which was this. But I still got some more content for you guys. I still got some reacts I gotta make for the Instagram page, so make sure you guys go follow Not Our Cribs still on Instagram as well. And until next time, this is Bright Knight signing out for the one time. Peace.